The next one I'm going to talk about is Cupertino. I moved to Cupertino because my kids are turning into school ages. Cost of living is higher in Cupertino compared with San Jose. Right now, I rent a 2-bedroom duplex house. It cost me around $3,300. Cupertino has a lot of good district. Like the area that I'm currently living in is close to the Mountain Vista Park. The high school is Mountain Vista High. It's ranked either 9 or 10. It's very good. The elementary school is Stephen Creeks, which is also not bad. Generally speaking, if you want to have a better district, Cupertino is better in Lower San Jose. And also, Cupertino is not too far from our work. Few other things that I noticed after I came here, Cupertino definitely has much less younger people than I expected. Like when I was in Lower San Jose, in the apartment, most of my neighbors are in the same age or in that range, like 20 to 45 years old. But here, most of them are well beyond 60s, I would say. If you want environments to have the similar aged people, you want to hang out with younger people, Cupertino might not be your best choice. Again, this is just one small sample that I experienced. Maybe the rest of the Cupertino close to the downtown is different. Next, I'm going to talk about one city that I visited and I also thought about moving, which is Austin, Texas. The reason that I thought about Austin, Texas is because our employer have a branch in Austin, Texas. I visited Austin in the end of October for a business travel. I spent 3 days over there. For my short time over there, I did have a first-hand experience about Austin, Texas. Again, it's not the downtown Austin, it's the suburban. Our company is close to Pflugerville, which is not a high cost living area. It's a good thing. My general feel about the city is it's booming. You can tell from the construction going on right now. Nearly all the roads, every place you can see a lot of construction going on. So that's why I feel like it has a lot of great opportunity in the future years. And also for my few short days with it, generally I find it's easy to find the restaurant I love. I went to a sushi place a few times. I went to a Korean barbecue. Generally speaking, the food is pretty good. The weather, the few days I spent there, I remember the few days I've been there, a lot of wind, gusty wind. I don't know what's happening in that few days. They told me it's abnormal for those kind of gust. Other than that, the few days weather is good. It's warm, not too cold in the late October. But I do heard from my boss that in the summer it can go very high. If you cannot stand high temperature, definitely avoid the area. The other thing I did is to look at a few open houses. I look at a builder. It's a brand new house. I think it's a 4-bedroom. It costs about $400,000 for a brand new 4-bedroom house with a big yard. Oh gosh, I couldn't express how much I fall in love in that house after I spent all these years in San Francisco Bay Area. But I remember the school district for that house is not good. We were thinking about buying that property for investment, but I don't know if it's a good choice or not. Generally speaking, I love there. The people are nice. The few colleagues there are very friendly. They share a lot of stories about their backyard, about their gun, about their interesting things happening. But again, I think it might not be the best choice for me right now. Also, I did look at for the place that kids can enjoy. I searched for parks, museums, and other stuff. You know, interesting enough, I find it's much less compared with in San Francisco Bay Area. Okay, to conclude, if I can afford to live in the San Francisco Bay Area, I definitely think it's still the best. Think about the weather, think about the food, think about the job opportunities, think about the environment, everything. I just think it makes sense for me to stay in San Francisco Bay Area. But again, that doesn't necessarily mean you wouldn't consider those places. And I have other friends who are living in Arizona because of lower living cost, and other places like Bend, Oregon, and even in the East Coast like North Carolina. I do know a lot of people have interest in those cities, but unfortunately, I have never personally lived or visited those places. If you have been other places and you think it's a good fit for tech workers like me, please leave down your comments below, and I'm looking forward to hear from you.